Once upon a time in a small village, there lived two neighbors. One was a kind and generous old woman, always ready to help those in need. The other was a cruel and selfish woman who cared only for herself. Years ago, the cruel woman fell on hard times and experienced deep poverty. The kind old woman, despite her own modest means, shared food with her and even gave her a place to stay for the night. They survived those difficult days together in the kind woman's humble home. But life took a turn. The kind woman's husband, who was their provider, died suddenly in an accident. Left alone to care for her son, she faced enormous challenges. Meanwhile, the cruel woman's grown son, now in his 30s, found a good job and brought wealth to her household. She became stable and comfortable, while the kind old woman struggled. One day, the kind old woman's son, weak from hunger, begged her to ask their neighbor for food. Desperate, she went to the cruel woman's door. "Please," she pleaded, "could you spare some food for my son?" "I have nothing," the cruel woman lied, even though her pantry was full. The kind woman left heartbroken. Her son, unable to bear the hunger, passed away that night. The kind woman was devastated, her heart shattered by the loss. Years later, her fortunes changed when she reunited with her long-lost brother. He was now a wealthy and influential man and brought her to live with him in his luxurious home. Life became comfortable, but the pain of her loss never left her. One evening, from the window of her brother's grand house, the kind woman saw a figure sitting on the street below. It was her old neighbor, the cruel woman. She was now in rags, begging for coins from strangers, her face etched with regret and despair. Without hesitation, the kind woman rushed to her. She gently took the cruel woman by the hand and brought her inside. The cruel woman recognized her and broke down in tears. "I am so sorry," she sobbed. "Your son died because of my selfishness. I had food that day, but I refused to help. I can never forgive myself." The kind woman, though deeply hurt, forgave her. She gave the woman new clothes and a place to stay in her brother's home. From that day on, they lived together, and the cruel woman spent the rest of her days trying to make amends for her past. Kindness, even in the face of pain, had the power to heal and transform lives.